Om Shri Paramatmane Namah. I understand that God listens, accepts, answers and loves me through you. Thank you. Please Guruji, would you explain me how can I serve people without attachment? How can I recognize the difference between service and trying to be pleasant for people? What kind of attitude I need to have for serving others? Good. It is a question, good question for everybody. All saints have said that without serving others, there is no spiritual evolution. This is said by all the saints. Also it is mentioned in all the scriptures. Service must be there in our life, because unless we are ready to serve others, we will not be able to finish many inner weaknesses, attachment, ego, all those factors which are obstacles in self-realization. But we should know the correct method of service. That is very important. Much can be said on this topic, but I will say only that much which time permits and appears to me necessary. First thing is, there should be no show that I am serving. It should never be there. Many people appear to serve others, but as I said the other day, there are so many people. They try to serve others in different ways, but many wait for the photographer. When the photographer comes and have our photo, and whether the photo is there in next day's newspaper or not, that all such service is hypocrisy. Service means nothing demanding from another side, and such a person is taking the value of service by becoming famous, well known, respected by others, that he is a great person in the society serving others. So there is no place for any show, demonstration. No. That's one thing. In fact, real service needs a lot of inner evolution. I tell you, yesterday or day before that I said something about it also. But before I explain that, one point is to be understood. There will always be a difference between your activity in the world and your inner state. The reason is that when you are behaving with others, you have to see the person with whom you are dealing. For example, one may serve one's servant, but we have to keep in mind that our behavior with him or with her has to be only in such a manner that that relationship is not disturbed, is not polluted. So serving and seeing that relation, but from inside, whomsoever we serve, we should feel obliged to the person to whom we are rendering our service. Why obliged? That person could have refused. I don't want your service. That person is giving us an opportunity for our spiritual growth. We should be grateful from inside. I gave the example regarding a servant. Suppose the servant is ill, we should serve. But it should not go to the head of the servant that he needs me in every situation. I am the most important person for him. And I am indispensable for him. Therefore, he is doing all such things for me. This human mind goes on very unimaginable paths. So outwardly, kind behavior, all that we all have, but with a restraint. And for another thing, we are serving our father or mother, naturally, more humility and every respect outside also. Whatever is possible for us, we are always so much grateful to them that they became the means to bring us in this world. And then in childhood, mother is the first and the greatest guru. We learn there. Therefore in our culture it has been said, Matri Devo Bhava. Take mother as the God, as God. Then after that, Pitru Devo Bhava, then father. And then Acharya Devo Bhava, then Acharya. Teacher, from whom we learn anything. Here Acharya does not mean the enlightened person. That's a different category, completely. In the case of the enlightened person, in whom you have the faith, the greatest humility and surrender and all that should be there. It automatically happens also, one need not do it. It happens. The very existence of an enlightened person, of a realized person is such that whoever comes in his or her contact, at once it starts melting away from inside. It happens. I can't say anything about myself, but I was many times with such great souls, such great saints, about whom I did not have the least doubt that they are realized, self-realized, they experienced God. Several names, Anandamayi Ma, many times I speak about, great lady. Me and my wife, we both went to her several times. Then Swami Chinmayanand, disciple of Shivanandji, Swami Muktanand, they were realized people. Now none of them is living. Like that, others also. Anyway, so, but from inside, we should feel grateful to the person whom we are serving. Service depends upon the means which we have. Sometimes we serve through money, sometimes through body service, help. If nothing is possible, at least our feelings are there in different ways. From inside we should feel. Many times many interesting things happened. When my wife was ill, several people came, seekers from the West, they served a lot. Great service by them. There were seekers here also, Indian seekers also. But by chance, so many of them, and they used to sleep there. So anyway, but there are sometimes such people also, several people came at that time. Another person is coming to my mind, a lady came with whom my wife had acquaintance from the past for a long time. She came to know, she came. She did this type of service. And then she said, माता जी इस पैर की तो मैंने सेवा कर दी, अब उसकी भी करूं क्या? She said, oh mother, I have served this leg, should I serve that also? Like that. Things happen like this. Another thing has come to my mind. That is still, what I am going to say is about Rajneesh ji, who later on changed his name to Osho, and he was a man of his own type. I happened to see him once. Anyway, he has said that he was staying in Bombay somewhere with some disciple. Then, as the tradition here in India is, they came and serving the Guruji with this, pressing the legs and all that. Another person came, he also did it. Third person came. Then Rajneesh ji said, भाई मैं कल पैर से चल सकूं ऐसा तो छोड़ देना. Please leave me so in such a state so that I am able to walk tomorrow. So service without demonstration, without showing. One who need know knows everything. Only God need know, and God knows everything. Whom are we showing unnecessarily? So, without any demonstration, any show anywhere, in whatever capacity we can serve. The main thing is the inner attitude, whether we are humble and ready to participate in the problems of others. Whatever problem, can we help them in whatever manner? And then feel obliged from inside that such and such person gave me an opportunity to serve. It takes time. Many times I explained that these karmas, they have 4 stages. The lowest is the Dushit karma, which is described in Bhagavad Gita as vikarma. It should be completely given up. No place in the life of a spiritual person. And don't care about what has happened in the past. Past is past. This is also important thing. For inner evolution, 2 great obstacles are there. One is the memory of past actions, past deeds. Another, the desire for future. And both of them are based on ignorance. Past is past, it does not exist at this time. But the memory haunts. And future has not come. So what is there at this time? Present. We should be in the present. And as the saint has said, हर व्यक्ति का वर्तमान निर्दोष होता है. Present of everybody is flawless, which is pure. Present is always pure. So we should try to be in the present. And the more we are in the present, the more we are nearer God. Self. God exists everywhere, all the time, suddenly. So, past is past, finished. God is not a businessman that he will see or weigh what good things have you done and what bad things, and then weighing them and then punishing. No. God sees only love from inside. Nothing else except that. So we should try to grow in that sacred love. So I suppose the answer is there already. And this, how can I recognize the difference between serving and trying to be pleasant for people? What kind of it? Well, when you understand it fully, the real servant in whom this thing has changed is always pleasant to the people. There is always happiness. They both become the same, serving others and remaining kind and pleasant to others. When that inner change happens, I hope by listening all this, great change will come automatically. And many people say, many seekers say, after listening you, we start changing. Well, be thankful to God. If somebody says that we want to thankful to you, I pass that thank to God. Be thankful to God. God alone is the real energy, power, wisdom, everything. God is the nearest to us and farthest also. Those who are involved only in worldly pleasures and attachments and egoistic attitude, for them God is very far away. Those in whom has developed humility, kindness, attitude of real service, God is very near. Between us and God, there is no difference or there is no distance of space, and there is no difference of time. Nothing. It is only a difference, if at all felt, regarding our own understanding. One day I explained that in realization of God or self, there are paths in which emphasis is laid down on doing things. They are also correct paths, not wrong. But for people like us, we are ordinary human beings having family, children and all that. It's a question of understanding. This understanding is that the eternal, ever-existing, always existing everywhere, energy you may call, love you may call, wisdom you may call, any angle from which you see, exists everywhere, always. God exists everywhere, therefore exists here also, in everybody, therefore in us also, every time, this time also. So, what to search? As in several of those couplets which with Swamiji, Swami Ram Sudas Ji, those people used to sing. One of them is something like that. There was a necklace of gold in the neck. Somehow the illusion happened to the person. I have lost my necklace. Where is that? Searching here, there. Oh, I have lost the necklace. Then somebody came and said, was that necklace like this? No, this is that. It's like this. Realizing God. Another thing which he has said in that verse or poetry, that the mother slept with the son or daughter, well, but in dream she saw that she has lost the son or daughter somewhere in dream. Where have my child gone? So much worried and dream. But as soon as the dream is over, oh, he is here. Like this. I think it is enough. Like this it happens.
I think we ourselves are obstacle in the God's life.
Naturally, the greatest obstacles are put by us. Us means ego. Us means ego. Ego will be eaten up by God Himself. Don't worry.